Okay. Okay. Yeah, there we are. That's working. That's perfect. Right. So, Sea of Solitude. This has been on my list for a little while now. I wanted to play it, but I've read the synopsis, which is that it's a world where feelings of like loneliness and isolation literally turn you into monsters. And I don't know, it seems that idea kind of seemed interesting to me, so I thought I'd give it a shot. Other than that, I have no idea what this game is like or what it's about. So let's have a look. See. Right. Let's have a look at the settings. Voice volume, music volume down. Down. Graphics. I don't know what TAA is. Invert Y. Always. General. Alright. New game. This game contains sensitive topics that some players may find distressing, related to mental and emotional wellness. It is not intended to serve as professional advice or guidance. Sea of Solitude is a personal project about loneliness, inspired by my own experience and other real-life stories. Kay's journey is about what it means to be human and to live with all of life's ups and downs. Amelia Gephardt. This reminds me of... what were the two games? One of them is it Rhyme? The one where you're playing as the boy, and you're washed up on the beach, and every level you're learning more and more about what the story is. This is you got washed overboard. What was the other one? I didn't play. I watched someone else play it. The one that uses your camera and it monitors when you blink, and it's what all it's doing is it's playing through like scenes, and you have some interaction with you have some things that you can do in the scenes, but then there are points where it will just be right, this is just going to play out, this scene is going to play out until you blink, and as soon as you blink it's going to move on to the next scene. So you have to like try not to blink for as long as possible, and it is very much about dealing with, well, I suppose loss in a sense. It deals with loss. It is interesting. It's an interesting game to watch. I can't remember. Right, it did say.
I'm trying to piece it together.
I don't know now if this is.
I'm completely torn apart.
Don't know if this.
I have family. I have friends. And yet here I am. Feeling lonely. Again. What is wrong with me?
It did say the PlayStation 5 might have difficulty with this game.
I'm tired. There must be a way out of here. I want to change it. Change me!
Let me look this up to see, because this might be a very, very short playthrough, if this is what it's like. What is this?
Where am I? Why is it so dark? A light. Maybe I'm not alone after all. They might need help. I should get closer.
Yeah, this will not work on PlayStation 5. That is sad. Hmm. Yeah, you have to play it on PlayStation 4, unfortunately. That's a shame. That is a shame. I'll have to find something else to play, I suppose. Alright. I do have some things installed, so I'll have a look. Okay. I'm going to play Myst. Sorry, I can hear my niece telling her mother that she's taking a poop. Um, I like Myst. I first played this game back in like the 90s.
The moment I fell into the fissure that the book would not be destroyed as I had planned. It continued falling into that starry expanse of which I had only a fleeting glimpse. I've tried to speculate where it might have landed. I must admit, however, such conjecture is futile. Still, questions about whose hands might one day hold my Myst book are unsettling to me. I know my apprehensions might never be allayed, and so I close, realizing that perhaps the ending has not yet been written.
I find there's something about audio that was recorded around this time. Like this game was the original Myst 80s, early 90s. Because the first time I played it on the original PlayStation, and I did not get very far. I did not get very far because I was like 12 or 13 at the time, so I didn't have a good head for puzzles. I played this again then like a few years back, and I did a lot better. A couple of one or two puzzles that I had to look up because I didn't quite. There's one with a tree or a pillar or something like that I didn't quite follow. Um, but I did. I got better at it. But there is something about audio that was recorded at the time. When you listen to it now, it's not crisp and clear. It's kind of grainy. I suppose this is why people like LPs, because there's some weird quality to that audio that makes it sounds nicer. You know, it's like I played Full Throttle. Right? Full Throttle was released in the 90s. I played that back then. I played it originally in the 90s, and then they re-released it a few years back. The with like the audio files and the graphics were updated, optionally updated, which I think was the that was the best way to do a remaster, was to give people the option of original graphics or modern graphics, like they did with the Soul Reaver remake there recently, where you can switch between the old graphics and the new graphics. But because with Full Throttle, I love the original graphics and I love the original audio. There is something richer about the original audio that the new audio is a bit too polished. And like this, there is something about this voice, the way it's recorded, that it has this quality.
I know my apprehensions might never
that it really does it for me. Like it's whether is it Final Fantasy 12 as well. The way that they recorded the audio for Final Fantasy 12, you feel it there as well. Like the audio is not super crisp and clear, for the people, the voice actors, but I still love it. You know, that kind of muffled quality adds something to it. So like, yeah, I'm just kind of geeking out a bit here. Right. This game, I believe, has multiple endings because you can make choices about things. Alright. It's a charming game. Okay. Right. So you can't interact with anything there just yet? Oh, something here. Topographical extrusion test 40, water turbulent pearl 67, marker switch diagram 47. What is this here? Is this a button? Aha! 47. So if I go ahead, because one of the things with Myst is you have no idea what you're actually doing. If I change, it was 47, wasn't it? And one of them was 40. So if I change it to 40, if I change it to 40 while it's still active, I wish this was a little bit faster. God, this is so much easier on it with an actual mouse. Did it change anything? It did something. I don't think it did anything that helps me. Okay, if I change it back to 47, because now we know that. So it appears to be a hologram table or something like that, and it's displaying information based on something. Okay. This is 1.3 gigabytes, this game, which is insane. What? Is that like... Right, I assume that I am missing some context that makes this make sense. Hold on just a moment.
It's so hard to squeeze through.
Alright. let me just see if I can make sense of something here. My niece wants me to help her with something, so I will have to finish up early. I'm glad I got started at this. Right. Right, so that must be connected to something. Is that the thing I saw in the thing? Wait, no, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to click on. Right. Is there anything around here? No. Aha. Page. Catherine, I've left for you a message of utmost importance in our forechamber beside the dock. Enter the number of marker switches on this island into the imager to retrieve the message. Yours, Albus? Arbus? The number of marker switches. So there's 1, 2, this is 3. Oh. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, this is this is for you need yes. How do I get out of here again? I like that. You just find information around the place. And bit by bit, it all makes sense. And I should probably be taking notes, because I'm not going to remember half this. The books. Hold on. I remember this.
Monsieur? Is that you? Are you? See you. Can I? Help me. Bring blue pages. Never and ever. Pages. I must have the blue page. Bring them to me.
Yeah. As far as I recall, there is. These look to be in disrepair. It has been a while since I have heard only silence, and I enjoy it greatly, I think. For some reason, I do not test altogether welcome in this new world in which I have arrived. I don't know what But how could I be unwelcome in an age with no inhabitants? It is, of course, only in my head. This world is very beautiful, but I think I have yet to ever write in a journal that an age I have linked to is horrid or disgusting. From the grassy hill where I am standing, I can see green fields below, along with a few scattered forests. A rather large lake looms some distance from where I am standing, yet the water's blue can be seen plainly from here. The air is fresh, and the sky is sparkled with white clouds. It is absolutely breathtaking. And yet, that strange feeling again. Perhaps it is the hot breeze that continues to blow from the north, hotter than I would have imagined. It almost singes my skin, and I feel quite uncomfortable when it comes. I'll try to ignore it. Night has almost arrived, and the sunset is spectacular. Oranges and reds have settled above the western horizon. Though night has come, the horizon still glows red long past the sunset. Dark reds flow from the horizon and blend into the black sky. Again the feeling, and I am beginning to believe it is not all in my mind. I must sleep now. I will need my strength to explore more tomorrow. I've had to return home due to an unpredictable natural occurrence more frightening than I have ever experienced. I was awakened by terrible shakings in the ground and explosions on all sides of me. Gigantic balls of fire were falling from the sky, and I immediately left in fear of my life. Is that what that word said at the beginning? Left. I must remember to bring a Myst linking book with me when I return, in case the one left here has been destroyed or damaged. I have returned to a different world than the one I left entry 3 months ago. Only is transformed into a barren desert land with only gigantic craters scattered across the land to provide variety. Strangely enough, the small grassy field where I spent my first night remains exactly the way I found it. Apparently the falling meteors did not hit this area, leaving an oasis in the midst of this horrible desolation. The hot wind, I remember, has turned into a rather pleasant breeze, which is at least one improvement. I fear it is the only improvement. The magnificent lake I saw on my first visit is now completely dried up. However, another lake now exists and appears to be quite a bit larger. I assume one of the falling meteors created this lake due to its circular shape and the jutting rock that grows out of the center of the lake. The rest of this world seems like desert, although I will verify that statement with closer inspection. Though this world has little visual excitement to offer, it offers much to the ears. Sounds constantly flow through my ears, and I have found where a few of them originate. It seems, as Catherine says, I do find beauty in everything. Last night I was awakened by a horrible hissing. I was sweating, and the heat was so intense that I immediately dipped my head in a nearby stream to cool it down. The hot breezes had returned, along with a low roar from the ground. I walked a short distance to observe some red flames shooting up from the earth. Suddenly the ground began to crack and a huge chasm opened. The chasm continued to grow until it was far too wide to cross. Then the tumult subsided, leaving only a dull roar. I have decided, however, I can use the chasm to my advantage. Perhaps the heat from the chasm can be harnessed. Even as the chasm has ripped into the surface of this world, it has opened up a whole new world to explore. Although comfortably hot, I found it possible to reach a cave in the chasm that had been created, and have now explored deep into the crust of this planet. I have found a vast underground cave system that will take many years to map and explore. I also looked for a safer way to reach the underground than through the chasm wall. This age seems to change on its own, so I feel I should leave again and see if things are different when I return. It is also important that I check on Cirrus and Akinar and make sure everything is going along well. I think they're the guys in the book. When I return, I also hope to bring back some tools I will need for my plans to explore the underground. The abundance of raw materials here is beginning to amaze me. I have returned with some of the complex tools I knew I would be needing. I assumed I would have to return for more basic materials, however it seems as though I will be able to find everything I need here. Of course, iron is abundant, but I have also found titanium occurring naturally. I am all the more excited to begin work. Everything is set, and I look forward to tomorrow. My raw materials are all here. I think I will be able to have most of my additions to this age completed within 1 year. I still love working with my hands, whether writing or building. I begin today on the bridge, and although blah blah blah. The magnetic rod will work well, and I've decided 3 meters is not enough support from the beams, although amazingly strong. Has to be one of my most prized inventions. I could never have imagined it to come together. I doubt could possibly work with 14 instead of 8. Completely fatigued, I'm so happy to have completed tomorrow. I'm leaving today in order to bring back Cirrus and Akinar. I have left them alone in Channelwood. I believe they will enjoy all there is to see here. The age seems to have stabilized. I believe the meteors set off a period of volcanic activity by piercing into the shallow crust, but the tremors have become few. I've just noticed that a large amount of this journal has curiously vanished from the very pages on which I wrote over the last 18 months. Fortunately, I've copied many of my construction notes in another journal. I do not understand the many mysteries of this world, and I trust I will discover logical answers to my questions. I have a feeling that many of my questions may be answered in another age, to which I hope to travel soon, but for now I must simply accept this world's mysteries and take pride in my accomplishments. We're going to have to take note of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Got it. Is this the one I just read? No. Yeah, some of these are in bad shape. Right. Just want to have another quick look around. No, look at that. Something has happened. Yeah, this is the other book. This one here.
Live. Bring me a red. I can't see. I need a red, you must. Bring. Make a bring. Shh. I am serious.
Okay, so he's Cirrus, the other guy's Akinar.
There's one thing I need to rescue.
Map. Tower rotation. Uh-huh. So I have to make note, I have to rotate the tower. Have I locked myself in? Huh. Library. Okay. Oop. Tower. Okay, there's a book there. Can I walk around? I can. Key. I don't see anything here. There's likely changes. Okay, so this will rotate. So I turned the tower. That's what I did. So I have to find something that will tell me, like, really which direction the tower should be facing. Hold on a second. Did I actually... Oh, no. No. So I can't actually explore that area. I'll be honest, if there was no need to... hold on, I want to... So that should open the door again. Yeah. What are these things? Cross. A bird of some sort. Can I travel that way? I can. How many of these are on the island? Did I see? One, two, three. I've counted about 4 now. I'll have to go back and read those books. Oh, I can... Oh, 5. One here. I think there's one there. Am I right? Six. Here as I can tell, I have to power those, I'm assuming. 7. 8. So I've counted 8. Which might be the right number. Might not. No, I actually wanted to have a look up the hill. I wanted to see if I could actually look at the what do you call it? The tower. So I only counted 8 of those things. I believe it said to put that number in here. Alright, let's have a look-see. If I put 8 in. Kind of feel like I need to be taking notes. Something terrible has happened.
Catherine, my love, I have to leave quickly. Something terrible has happened. It's hard for me to believe. Most of my books have been destroyed. Catherine, it's one of our sons. I suspect Achenar, but I shouldn't leap to conclusions. I'll find him and Cirrus as well. Oh, I should have known better than to have left my library unchecked for so long. Well, I've removed the remaining undamaged books from the library and placed them in their places of protection. You shouldn't have to use the books until I return. But if you've forgotten the access keys, remember the tower rotation. Oh, and don't worry, Catherine. Everything will be fine. I'll see you shortly. Oh, wait, and erase this message after you've viewed it, just to be safe.
Remember the tower rotation. So okay, so the tower rotation is important. Where's that information? Unless do I have to find that someplace else? So that building is where I change the tower rotation. No, I don't want to check there. I want to... I want to go in here on the right, see what this is. I appreciate the atmosphere, but I kind of wish that it would just hurry up a little bit. Aha. Aha! This is going to tell me something. Power to spaceship. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Huh. Right. That was not as helpful as I would have liked, if I'm being entirely honest. Right, I want to have a look at the cabin there. This, I kind of seems familiar. What's this? Alright, I need a 3-digit number. That'll be somewhere. All the noise has stopped. Which I don't think is a good thing. Oh, it's changing the time. Did it say anything about time anywhere? I assume I need to read more of those books. Yes. I need to figure out the rotation of the tower as well. That might be in a book. I remember. God, I played this. I think it was the GOG version I played, which might have been a remake that allowed you more movement rather than being on these set paths. I'm not sure. Oh, I see. That opens this. And that closes it again. Oh, okay. Right. Wait, hold on. Oh, I can save here. Save. Create new save. Right. I am going to go and help my niece with whatever it is she wants to do. It's like some of those disgusting science skits. Got her that for Christmas, and she wants to do it now. Make a brain and then pop stuff out of it. So, short one today. Disappointing start, but it is what it is. I get back to this. Get myself some pen and paper, and see if I can actually finish it this time. So I've never done that. So that's it. Shanae, and bye bye.